Welcome back, friends, Romans, and countrymen. This is Vaxen, and this is part 2 of how to map out complicated wigs. Now that you have your reference pictures together and your spikes are all mapped out, what you're gonna need is just a comb and a bunch of little hair ties. Oop, this one has an axle hair on it. Can you see that with the glare? Okay. Bunch of little hair ties. Obviously you're gonna need your styling products and stuff later, but for now, this is it. Here I have my wig pinned onto my wig head. It looks a little blonde in the camera, but it's like more yellow in person. It might just be the lighting. Like I said in part 1, this is a wig with a bunch of extra wefts put in, so it's really thick and fluffy and ready for styling. As you can see, it's already kind of assuming the position with its fibers, so we're just gonna jump right in and start styling. This stage I like to call fleshing out your wig. We're going to go in with these rubber bands and start sectioning off the hair into spikes using our mapped out picks for reference. I start with the hair closest to the top of the scalp and work my way out. Okay, so I just ran out of hair ties, so I'm gonna run to the CVS to get some more. I basically finished the front, so the reason that I call this fleshing out the wig is that it doesn't have to be like really precise. Don't make yourself crazy being like, oh, I'm just putting this hairband in and this won't stay curled like this, because that doesn't matter. When we style it, we can adjust exactly where the spike is and how long it is, like where to cut it, where to put the glue, and how to make it curl. Like, that's not the issue here. Basically, you're sectioning off the wig so that when you go in, it's gonna be really easy to keep the spikes clean. You know where everything's gonna be. You don't start making this spike using all the hair from up here and then go to make this spike and realize that there's no hair there to use. I like to call this step building the body of your wig. That's because what we're doing here is going in and creating the structure of all of your spikes and solidifying them in place so that you can go back in and refine everything once you're confident in the positioning and everything of your spikes. Congratulations, you have successfully been working all day and now it is nighttime and you are still not done. Haha, get ready for a really late night. Right now I just kind of have everything loosely styled, and what I mean by loosely is I don't have the ends cut. I want to wait until I can kind of compare it. I don't want to cut anything too short. They're not the neatest, you know, I could go over them with a comb again and make them much neater, which is what I'm going to do when I go back into it again. Now, the trick to this next part is where your cheat sheet really comes in handy. What you're going to do is take a picture of your wig and you're going to compare it to the picture actually on your computer. And this is really helpful because you can like place one image on top of the other to compare where the points of the spikes are supposed to be and also where the base of the spike is supposed to be. I mean, some of the spikes are going to be either very difficult to do or nearly impossible because they're not using hair in the game, it's rendered. So at this point, basically, I'm just going to use my best judgment and make artistic choices about where I want spikes and what I can feasibly do and what is accurate versus what looks better. Once you have that done and you have edited your wig how you want it, you can go back in and then take your comb and go back over the spikes with hairspray to like neaten them up if you need to. I know I do. This next step I like to call revise, revise, and revise again, and soon you'll see why. So here, I took a picture of the wig on my head so I can compare the size of the spikes using my own head as reference instead of the wig head. When I place the outline over everything, I can see that the top spikes are way too long, so I cut those down and make a few more adjustments before I take another picture. Here, as you can see, it's much better, but a few spikes are still too long or out of place, so I'm going to keep tweaking the wig until I'm satisfied with the height and placement of all the spikes. Now that you have officially been working on this wig for an ungodly number of hours, it's time to go in and trim up all the flyaways. If your wig has as many spikes as this one, you'll probably have a lot of webbed hairs between the spikes that makes the wig look messy. The process of cutting these away can take anywhere between just a few minutes up to an hour or so, depending on how thorough you are and how much of a mess you have to clean up. So weird seeing myself as Roxas. I've been cosplaying Sora for so many years. It's like, it's a little creepy. Essentially it's done. As you can see, I spent way too long doing this. I also have done 3 other Roxas wigs in the past, so it's not my first rodeo. But yeah, I hope you found the video helpful, and if you like it, please check out my other videos on my channel, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and comment if you want to see a specific video or you have an idea of a video that I should do. If you guys are going to Otakon this year, I'm going to be wearing this cosplay then. I'm not sure what day yet, but keep an eye out if you want to say hi. Also, at Kineticon, I'm cosplaying as Axel, and Sunlight Breeze is going to be wearing this wig and being my Roxas. We're doing one con where I'm Axel and she's Roxas, and one con where I'm Roxas and she's Axel. Bye guys!
I'm so washed out.